Hello everybody and welcome back to my Let's Play of Star Trek Judgment Rites. We're starting to get a little bit of a clearer picture of what's going on with the ship. The computer seems to be strangely fragmented. It talks in different formats and stuff and doesn't seem to even acknowledge what you were saying. And everybody on the ship seems to have some kind of handicap in one way or another. So we're still trying to figure out the way to get it to stop from landing on a planet and hurting the inhabitants of the colony. Stuck with this young kid here and see what he has to say.
Hi there, I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. Who are you?
Okay. I'm Stan Bob. Did my mom say I could talk to you?
Why, yes, she did. What can you tell us about things going on here? No, not exactly. We'd like to know what you can tell us about things going on here, though. I don't know that we've seen your mother. Still, if you can tell us something about what's going on here, we would appreciate knowing it. Why, yes, she did. No, not exactly. We'd like to know what you can tell us about things going on here, though.
She talked about her son, but I don't think she really said he could talk to you. But
I don't think my mom would want me to talk to you. Please go away and stop bothering me.
Go into this room and see what's there.
Keep back! I don't recognize you, you strangers! Rackaback, Gormagon, you recognize these people?
No, Tuscan, we sure don't.
Keep them away. Keep them away from me. They'll hurt us. They're out to get us, I tell you. Have I ever been wrong?
No, Tuscan, you kept us safe, and we keep you safe. We won't let them get you.
You people don't want to come any closer. Honest, I don't want to have to hurt any of you. It's just that Tuscan won't like it. I hope you don't mind, but you really have got to stay back.
Protect me. They're after me.
We'll hurt you, so just stay back.
We really don't want to hurt you, you know, but you gotta stay back.
They have like Brooklyn accents.
See here, Captain Claw. I told you those Federation scum would be nosing around behind our backs.
The Klingon observers seem interested in remaining to watch what goes on here.
It's pretty interesting. This guy seems to be the one who broke the computer.
Tuscan is a rather mangy-looking individual of middle age. His hair is wildly disordered and his eyes wide and wary. He seems skittish and likely to burst into flight or fight mode at the smallest incentive.
So extremely paranoid, probably bipolar too.
A room which appears to be dedicated to leisure and recreational activities. At least that's what you can see past the crowd of people. An overturned toy box. A room which appears to be...
Okay, that's about the same thing.
This appears to be an unusual metallic structure. Rackaback is a large individual with a somewhat dull-minded expression, but wary and distrustful. He bears a strong familial resemblance to Gormagon, who is standing close by.
Hi, brothers.
Gormagon is a large person with a slightly cowed and uneasy expression. He bears a strong familial resemblance to Rackaback, but gives the impression of somewhat more intelligence. A fuzzy animal-shaped toy that looks a bit like a bear.
You like chess? Any good? Jakesy's a whiz at it, even though he's pretty slow about everything else. My brother Rackaback took away his stuffed bear. Jakesy won't come in here to play no more. This is my greatest game ever. I'll give you the bear if you can beat me.
Yeah, you can have the dumb bear if you beat my brother at chess, and if you don't cheat.
So that's interesting. That adult who seems to be very immature intellectually was very good at chess, but they took away the bear from him. Oh, I want to look at the people here real quick.
Dr. McCoy thinks that this room doesn't look like a very good place to kick back and relax, especially under the present circumstances. Mr. Spock raises an eyebrow upon seeing this room is equipped with a 3D chess set. but quickly draws his attention back to matters at hand. The lieutenant is making judgments about the other individuals in the room, finding some threatening and others interesting. The captain seems most concerned with watching all the individuals in this room to be prepared for how they might react. A Klingon crewman wearing a look of disdain and distrust. A Klingon officer whose direct and intense expression never wavers.
Let's scan these guys, see what's their deal.
Jim, he has fairly extensive brain damage and may be causing paranoid delusions. It's also resulting in increased levels of hostility. His adrenaline levels run quite high, and there's been organ damage from the extreme stress.
Produced by his state of mind. Man. Let's have ulcers and stuff like that.
Like so many others aboard this ship, he's the victim of developmental genetic damage. A chromosomal misalignment induces a greater inclination to violence. I wouldn't feel confident enough to treat him medically without the full database of the Enterprise systems.
Okay, something about... see, violence for some... just some stuff about unusual effects. This is one of the problems with this game, is sometimes the voices do not add up. It's like this was written before the voice actors had their script, so they changed some things on it, and they didn't change the text boxes.
Gormagon is one of the healthier individuals on this ship. Except for emotional stress, probably the result of being bullied by his buddies here. He's reasonably sound in mind and body. If I had to, I'd feel confident about treating him medically.
Unlike anyone else I've seen on this ship. And he seems to be the most intelligent, but he's probably been kind of bullied by them all, and so...
I don't care who you say you are! You're evil monsters in disguise! You want to get by me and the only people I can trust! You want to get into the back of my brain! You want to rewire me and change the way I think! Go away! Go away! Go away! Or we'll hurt you and make you go away!
I'm more interested in a good fight than in talking.
I listened to my brother Rackaback and to my friend Tusken. They say we have to protect this room and keep anyone from getting into it. Tusken's afraid.
Watch what you say, Gormagon. You know I trust you.
He's just afraid, that's all.
This Tusken seems paranoid, trying to control everything. He's got a great fear of anyone fooling around with his mind. If he were a crew member, I'd suggest tranquilizers and a lot of examinations.
Captain, that chess game is fascinating.
Captain Tusken bullies everyone. I think he's afraid of everyone, and that includes us. We should find a way to calm him down, I think. There must be some practical way. Perhaps we just need to see how he reacts to things, and then we can make a plan.
I must admit I've met friendlier people, Bones.
Drug therapy. Primitive 21st century medicine. The people who built this ship must have thought that filling a person's bloodstream with chemicals could solve every medical problem.
It is kind of like that right now. I taking antidepressants slightly because of certain problems myself, but yeah, I think sometimes people rely on chemicals too much when they could just have a healthy diet, and that will be perfect enough for whatever problems that they have.
Captain Kirk, dealing with Tusken should be your first priority.
You want help from me? That's a laugh. My captain evidently regards you rather highly, though. I'll just say that Rackaback rogue is clearly asking for a drubbing. I knew someone just like him back in basic training.
That's the first time he actually said several words. Let's see what this metallic thing is.
Captain, I'm getting a thoroughly anomalous reading. This passage definitely defies the physical laws of space and time.
Wow, that's really odd.
Are you suggesting it might be some kind of space warping portal spot?
I am reluctant to speculate without data, Captain. I've never seen anything quite like this.
Captain, if I may interject, that disparity is something we've glimpsed throughout this ship. There is a sophisticated food delivery system and a food-producing hydroponics garden. It is as if the parts of this ship don't fit together, or as if there were some purpose beyond the obvious.
I was thinking the same thing myself, Lieutenant. I'd like to have a talk with whoever is behind this.
This ship just doesn't... It just seems to defy all logic.
And I also, Captain Kirk. I believe our observations have been as anomalous as yours. Moreover, I don't think the Fays are the ones we must address our questions to.
Well, it said we could have the bear. That might be useful, so let's have Spock play the chess game.
A complex situation. However, check and mate.
How'd you do that?
He cheated you, brother. He must have cheated you.
No, that's a legal move. Here. Take the bear. I promised, and I do what I say.
I think it's a dumb game. That's what I think of this game.
Wow.
I think it's a dumb game. That's what I think of this game.
Dumb brute. Maybe we could get that bear to Jakesy and maybe you'll give us the blocks. Maybe we could use that to help get the food, hydroponics going.
Soft. Nice. You get blocks now?
He gathers together the blocks and gives them out to you.
You get blocks now?
He smiles broadly as you take the blocks. No effect.
Okay, I think we had all the blocks even though they showed there.
Multicolored blocks, suitable for a child to play with.
Well, let's see what we can do. I just want to check something real quick. Sometimes these puzzles get a little complicated, and it's been a while since I played this, so I have a walkthrough here just to help out a bit. Okay. Seems we could take the metal keg off of here.
The feeder hose comes free and a mechanism pulls it out of the way. But a terrible stench rises out of the container, smelling like many things died in there long ago.
That's probably not a good thing to have. There's a workbench here, so maybe it'll help us with... Oh wait, did I grab it?
Testing your strength, you attempt to remove the container from its housing. Unfortunately, it is permanently attached to the rest of the machinery.
Yeah, does it show that? Oh, there it is. I didn't see it.
A round metal keg with a feeder hose attachment on top.
It was blending in with everything else, so let's put it on the scanner here or table.
The nutrient broth in this container has become contaminated. It should be disinfected before the container can be reused.
Let's see. There's one way I think we could sterilize it. To kill Phaser.
The container heats up rapidly and foul-smelling smoke pours out of the small opening on the top.
must be refilled with nutrient broth before it is replaced for use.
Two feeder hoses roll out on wired mechanisms and insert into the container. From one flows a clear liquid nearly filling the container. The other hose just makes burping noises.
Like it's empty?
No life form registration, Captain. The keg has only inert chemicals inside, none of which would sustain life, at least not in their present form.
Nothing unusual about that object.
Let's see, look like it just kind of scan it. I mean, looks like it's highlighted for him.
No life form registration, health reading 0.
That's all he says. Since one of them doesn't seem to be there, that's probably what's the problem with it, so... hold on a minute. Maybe these blocks will help out with the nutrients.
The blocks fit through the opening, splashing as they plunge into the liquid.
And then we need to melt them.
The container heats up slowly and the sound of bubbling echoes from inside. You stop and the container quickly cools.
Yeah, the kill phaser must be on a lower setting, otherwise you would vaporize it.
I think that did it, Captain.
So let's grab that.
You take the metal keg.
Then attach it back on there.
You settle the container back into the niche it was removed from. The feeder hose, looking shiny and clean, rides out on some mechanism and reattaches to the newly filled container. You hear gurgling and see the nutrient broth begin swirling through the liquid medium. The dying plants seem to perk up before your very eyes.
See, Dr. McCoy, if you can scan the plant.
Things are definitely on the upswing now. These plants should be productive and healthy from now on.
Now, if I just walk out of here, then walk back, see that the plant is already starting to perk up a bit.
The nutrient additive is making these fruit-bearing plants grow at an astonishing rate.
Very efficient hydroponics. And now it has fruit.
This fresh fruit looks and smells delicious, ruby red and perfectly ripe.
Scan it real quick.
These are at peak ripeness. They should be delicious.
So let's pick some of the berries.
The red fruit comes free easily, dropping into your hand like it belongs there.
Let's take a look at it.
This fresh fruit looks and smells delicious, ruby red and perfectly ripe.
Okay, well I think I'm gonna need to call it Let's Play here, so...
Save new, replace previous.
So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.